Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. This is Green Majik. Tonight I'll be playing Riddick Bowe Boxing on Super Nintendo, a game I consider to be very solid, pretty straightforward, a very sensible upgrade system where you create a player and work your way up through the rankings for the right to play Riddick Bowe himself in the title match, thereby beating the game. It's a game that looks a lot like Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing on Sega Genesis. Not played that game, definitely want to sometime, but by looking at pictures of the game, videos, and seeing the dynamic, it's very similar. So if you're familiar with that game, you'll kind of know what's going on with this one. Before I get going too much further, I'm going to share this on the Discord. Alright, so we've got a traction mode going now. So we got a Hall of Fame. It says, this is a 1993 boxing game. Riddick Bowe, I don't believe, has as much name recognition as Mike Tyson, especially when it comes to video games. Mike Tyson, a Punch Out, Holyfield, like I said. There are a lot of good boxing games, retro boxing games out there that pay homage to the great boxers and that sort of thing, and that's really cool. But Bowe is one of them, and I believe, after Tyson's time, Bowe and Holyfield were the dudes. I believe this is just from doing research. I never really followed boxing per se, but Bowe beat Holyfield. Holyfield beat him in the next match, and then Bowe beat him again. So apparently that's kind of what was going on circa 1993 and all that. What's up, Eli the Wolf? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you've been doing well. We are doing some Super Nintendo Riddick Bowe Boxing. It's a game that I haven't played in a long time, but I remember really enjoying it. I got it at the same place that I got Mike Piazza Strike Zone, which I was playing last night. I think it was $10. Like, I remember this game being good. I'm gonna snag that, and I've been really excited to play it. Been busy, absolutely. Life happens fast, for sure. 2007 YouTube mic quality. Sorry about that. I'll have to check the levels, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll bring it over here, and maybe that'll work better. Been kind of experimenting with that because been streaming a lot recently, and we'll get it eventually. Hopefully that's a little better. But yeah, feel free to let me know how that sounds. Yeah, so not much in this game as far as modes go. Really, you can do one match against the computer. Um, Actually, yeah, I don't feel like doing that, but I'm assuming you can create a player. Yeah, you can create a player like because you can do career mode. You can do two-player match, and then as far as options, your um, you can map your buttons, which is great. I'm pretty familiar with the standard mapping, so I'm going to stick with that. You got your jabs up top. You got your hooks on the bottom, B and A, and then R and L, circle, the ring. That's more just kind of a visual thing, uh, and kind of a visual thing more than anything. To get away from the guy, it's a horizontal design game versus like Punch Out and George Foreman where it's vertical. So that they're trying to put a 3D element into it, which I appreciate. And then block is L plus R. So that can be a tiny bit cumbersome going between the block and the attack, but it grows on you. So yeah, there is a create a boxer. It's not super in depth. There's like maybe 8 different faces, maybe like 5 skin tones. The big thing is that like you can choose the color of your gloves and trunks. I do like I do like the brightness of the colors. It's looking a little on the stream, looking a little I guess I gotta increase the brightness of my screen. So it does look like maybe it's a little washed out. Let me see if I can make that a little crisper, because really it's one of my favorite uh, parts of the game. Just like the colors, the brightness. So we got it pretty bright. What about saturation? Yeah, I'm gonna crank that. I'm gonna crank the saturation a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't make it look too weird. But I want those colors to pop. So these are some, when I bought the cartridge, they were already. So Eli, since you're here, let's create a player real quick. I already have a player, and it's not that guy. It's Green Majik. Oh, Acclaim is back. Nice. So this is the guy I created. And I played a few games, won a few. So we'll go back to him just to show you the what we got going on. So we'll go Eli, and then our Acclaim is back as an indie publisher. Nice. So tell me what head you like. We got the guy with the mustache. We got the guy with kind of the curl. The guy with the headband. Bald guy. The guy with the little swoop. Looks like some braids or dreadlocks. Got a close crop, and then the part. So tell me if any of those look good. Hair color. It gets a little weird with the blue. But I guess that's not weird for nowadays. A lot of people have blue hair. Black. Kind of darkish brown. Well, there's the black. That's like blue black. It's like light black. Bright orange. Blonde. Kind of goldish. Yeah, so a bunch of hair colors. The headband. Okay, let's go headband. Headband. Yeah, tell me the hair color. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13 skin tones. Tan. So how about that? Hair color is black. All right. All right. So then you get to choose your trunk colors and gloves. And I guess I gotta show you it's similar to hair, I guess, except you got green in there, blue, purple, yellow, blue. These are all super bright, light green. That's kind of like faded aqua. It's like Carolina blue, orange, teal, red, green, gloves, yellow trunks, like the Packers. Nice. And oh, come on, you gotta have green. Are there no green gloves? Wow. Should we do yellow gloves, green trunks? Is that all right? It might be gold. Why don't they have yellow and? Yeah, I guess that's what we gotta do. It's kind of like that. And then you get to choose. This is like your teal trunks, black gloves. All right. I think that's the darkest one. They don't go in order, so I'm like, man, that looks cool. All right, then you get to choose if you're a power guy, speed guy, stamina, 2 more than the other, or balance. The one that I went with is I went higher on speed. No, I went higher on power. And then I just tried to, after you win a game, the gains you get, there are different items you can get, and they give you different attributes, mostly power. How about that? And that looks pretty fun. Let's go halfway. Yeah. Nice. All right. So that's Eli, and yeah. So it starts. Uh, yeah, it starts here, but I kind of want to continue the Green Magic campaign. But we'll do it. We'll do a game with Eli. Don't want to be anticlimactic. Um, so you start at 25th. There's only 25 rankings. I actually am not sure if I lost here. I'm not sure if it's game over or if I just stay at 25, because you will see some guys kind of come in and out of the rankings. You can go up to 2 guys higher, and obviously you can see their ratings, you can see their picture, which I think is a nice, very simple way of, going about it. So, but if you beat a higher guy, so like I can't go up to 23, just shadows. If I beat this guy, then I get the 23rd ranking. I leapfrog. Which is kind of funny because this guy looks harder. But you also it's tempting to leapfrog a bunch, but then you get less chances to get gains. So we'll go ahead and go against this guy. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll get a sense of what's going on. All right, so you can go up and down. That's really the whole thing. You can back up. You can go forward. This is block. And then jabs are like that. And then You got the crosses, which of course are heavier but take more time to do. And then you got the uppercut, which you press A and up, uh, and stuff like that. So usually I'm somewhat conservative. I usually try to get the cross going, um, but you know, jabs are very effective. This game isn't so much like, there's not really combos, but you kind of gotta like make your own combos. Like you block them a few times, and then you choose when to you know, counter. So I just gave him a bunch of and I haven't really looked at it a ton as far as like, do certain combos like really mess them up? Like if I go right, left, all that jazz. Um, it's pretty satisfying to, you know, get him low and then just smack him high. It does kind of hurt the so he's almost done, Ski, and finally I knocked him out. So was this on the Genesis? I don't think so. Um, the what's it called? The the Genesis answer to this, or maybe it's vice versa, is Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing. Like if you look at pictures and videos of Holyfield, um, it's the same design. It looks like the same. It looks like the same game, except it's got Holyfield instead of Bowe. So I'm guessing. I think this is the Super Nintendo version, and then Holyfield gets Genesis. What's up, Tom? So I played this game growing up a little bit. My brother and I played it, so I'm familiar with it. Haven't played it in a long time, but it's been on my wanting to play list for a long time, especially because we don't play a ton of boxing games um, on the channel. But it's, you know, it's very straightforward. Create a player, campaign mode. You know, it's the horizontal boxing versus Punch Out and Foreman, which is vertical. Um, and yeah, so I like it a lot. We created Eli here. He wanted a power guy, so we're gonna kind of see how that works. So the buttons are L and R to block. You can back up, go forward. X and Y, and you can change the mapping, but X and Y does jabs, which are obviously quicker but less powerful. And then B and A are crosses. And then A and up is uppercut like that. And so, yeah, that's that's kind of really all of it. And sometimes the computer is more aggressive than others. Sometimes they leave themselves open, and you can just kind of expose that. Like he just didn't block there. That was a nice little combo. And yeah, if he just if he gives me the head, then I'm just gonna knock his block off, and it's gonna be nice. So this guy, he's giving me like way too much open. But Eli wanting to go with the power, I think that was the way to go. Because I guess the other thing to point out is, you know, the ways to tire them out are, you know, and it's like, I think it was like this in Foreman as well, but it's either the head or the, I'm trying to finish him off here. There we go. It's either the head or the body, and either one of those can make them able to be knocked out. I really like the metric of the gray you see the triangle, their power, and the gray is like how much of your stamina they're taking away at the end of the round. Uh, at the end of the round, they get some, I don't know, their gray tiredness goes away a little bit, and I think the more stamina attribute you have, the more you'll get that back. So I like that there are just a few different ways that you can tire them down for a knockout. Obviously, you got the point system here. You know, usually if your percentage is better, then you'll get 10 points. The other guy will get 9 points. But I was really beating him up, so he only got 8. And so that was kind of an easy first match. What's up, Hell Tangible? How's it going? Thanks for popping in. We are playing some Riddick Bowe Boxing, a game that I played back in the day but haven't played a long time since. I think it's pretty underappreciated. Yeah, haven't seen it in a long time, man. I still think it's pretty decent. I think it's fun. You know, very straightforward. Obviously, when you get from 16-bit to 64-bit with like 64, PS1, all that, they introduce a lot more 3D elements to boxing games, which is really fun, and makes a lot of sense. But I think, you know, them, they stayed with the limitations of the 16-bit, and I think they did well. But Eli, if you have any input on what you want to get here, this is something that's a little silly. The Mega Gym is kind of the best thing you can get because it gives you a big boost on everything, whereas the speed boots only give you speed, and then jumping rope gives you stamina, barely any speed, and a little bit of power. So it's a no-brainer. We're going Mega Gym, but sometimes there's like different things you can get. Like one is like a energy bar, and one is, I forget what the third thing was already. But there's like a punching bag, things like that. So we're doing good. We got some power. I'm tempted to duck below. I'm tempted to duck below and beat this guy up, Antonio Garcia, but this guy's looking prime for a pounding. We can go up 2 rankings if we get him. So we're going to do that, and let's see how this goes. And he's given me the head. I complain a lot on when I stream about there's a little bit of delay with my HD TV, and for games like this where you want the you want the quick trigger, I had to press B a couple times there. You know, it's not great, but we'll figure it out. Mm. I just keep slipping, but thankfully he keeps giving me open shots. Okay, now, okay, got a little aggressive. Sometimes I just get super aggressive and I just start blocking. He keeps getting a few hits on me because I'm like attacking before he's done attacking, but we beat him up pretty good. Well, we only beat him by 15 punches. One thing I'm not sure of is if a low percentage, like he threw 120 punches, does that make him more tired? Um, I'm not sure. It'd be a good thing to know. Um, sure, there's a way I can disrupt his chain. All right, so that was pretty really conservative round, but um, I don't know. It when they throw stuff at me, I like to block it. It makes a little more sense to counter with a jab. Maybe I will. I'm getting back into it. I'm gonna um, relearning the ropes here. I should turn the sound up a little bit so I can hear it, so I can kind of get a better sense of what's going on. Yeah, Tantrum Bull. It is very similar to Holyfield. I haven't played that one, but just by looking at the pictures and videos, like it's pretty much the same thing. Hopefully that gives me a little bit better sense of what's going on. Mm. Ooh, that one seemed like it really rang his bell, but sometimes sometimes they really rally, and oh, I thought for sure that was gonna. There we go, finally. Um, so yeah, usually they get up um after the first one, but let's see how they. Oh, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, now I'm just going X Y X Y. Oh, there we go. See, I weren't expecting that. He was not expecting that. I gave him a little this, a little that, a little this and a little that and a little that, and he's gone. So I'd like to think my patience paid off. Yeah, he came at me pretty hard the first couple rounds, and I paid the price. Got his belly a lot. I like the cartoony kind of facial expressions, like the guy on the right that I just beat is pouting, but also his face at the bottom. He's like got that lower lip pout. I think that's hilarious. And I like when he gets punched in the face, that little icon just kind of shakes. And I like how bored the ref looks. So we're back in the gym. We can go, power heavy. We got the multi-gym again. Oh, it's closest to greatest heavyweights. Interesting. So we got the isotonic drink, the power bag, but the gym is the best, gives you the best gains, so that's what we're gonna do. Looks like we got another layup here. We can rise another 2 ranks. Okay, this is going pretty quick. This guy looks a little better, but so not a ton of presentation when it comes to the fight, like the build up to the fight. It would be cool to see something a little bit like a little bit more cinematic to introduce the guys. This is really all you get, and then you're just immediately into the fight. So this guy looks, quicker. He's got more. He balances up and down more, so that's gonna be a thing. Ooh, and so yeah, this guy is a lot more. I actually got to think about this, how to attack, because he is okay. Yeah, he's setting me up for those uppercuts. Whew, he's got 3 of them already. Um, so he's hitting me with the low high is hurting me a lot. So this guy's giving me the business. Ooh, and the double uppercut whiff. Yeah, this guy's kind of dominating me. I'm gonna have to go more jab situation. Hmm. See, I pressed A and up, and it didn't register. It's kind of a bummer, but yeah, he really took it to me that round. Man, landed 13 more. So we're gonna have to get pretty strategic. They kind of have a rhythm, but it's not like super predictable like in Tyson, where the whole thing is based off of predictable patterns. Oh, ooh. Oh, man. Dang. Hmm. Ooh. Wanted that one. Alright, did a lot better that time. Um, Cartoon aside for sure, some gangsters in the background. Yeah, I think that's part of the comedic presentation. Um, oh, he moved the Jaguars to Toronto in Madden 2005. I was playing primetime NFL with Deion Sanders on Genesis a couple weeks ago, and I moved the Bills to Toronto because they were like already there. And I have a friend who was watching who is a Bills fan. Thirsty. All right, so we definitely found a rhythm on that one. Not only did we beat him by 30 punches, but we beat him by 33%. So that felt good. Um, we're gonna need another round though. Yeah. Ah, dang. Mm. Ooh. Oh. It's so satisfying when you land an uppercut. Yeah, I got him on. Well, I kind of had him on the ropes, figuratively speaking. Ooh. Yeah, there's a little bit of that rally, and sometimes your buttons stick while they're rallying. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. There we go. Still wish Toronto got an NFL team. Maybe eventually. I mean, it seems like they're trying to get over to Europe. Um. So and sometimes they go protect mode, and sometimes they switch quickly out of protect mode. Because if they're struggling towards the end of the round, they yeah, they're just trying to survive the round. All right, another good round. Beat him by 30. 6 punches and 30%. So they only gave him 8 points. Looks like his belly's getting kind of tired. Oh. Oh. Dang. Now, okay, now he's like, now I gotta retreat. Ah. Hmm. Toronto Jags. What's up, Felipe? Um, Several attempts to get an NFL team to Toronto since the 50s. Yeah, that makes sense. But they still got the Canadian Football League, right? That's still a thing. Oh yeah, there you go. Originally they're gonna leave. Interesting, as an expansion team. Interesting. Yeah. I mean they're. I'm sure in a lot of ways they're like they compete, but I'm sure in some ways the leagues. I'm sure in some ways the NFL wants to like help the CFL stay healthy so that they, just to keep football on people's minds and everything. But long term, I don't know, they probably would want to take over. Who knows? It's hard to imagine what a league beyond 32 teams would look like. It just kind of it fits in a lot of ways. Yeah, 9 teams not enough. All right, so Peter Parks rallied in the fourth, but uh, then he got tired. You look promising, but you need more experience. Uh, so that's what we get as far as a story mode. And looks like we got not great options for our gains. I mean, the power is nice. The power is nice. I really want the one that just gives me the most. Mama, 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 mom. Yeah, I think we yeah, gotta earn the right to face the champ. We're gonna stay with power. Oh man, we've improved a lot. We're gonna go this guy because he looks not awesome. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right. Ah. Dang. Sometimes the buttons stick, and my guy really pays for it because then he gets left open for a a hook like that. Oh. Ah. I keep trying to I keep trying to raise up. It's getting a little frustrating. I'm trying to go a couple hits low and then go up and do a cross to the face, and maybe that's a speed thing. There. Ah. Ooh. There we go. Feels good when it works, but sometimes I think it's kind of a an RNG thing where, like, sometimes you'll have enough speed to pull off the combo you're trying to do, and sometimes they're like, no, like you're moving a little slower. I do think it's part of the challenge, and so you don't spam the exact same thing. What's up, Sharky? How's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Sorry, we're playing a little bit more of a violent game tonight. Some boxing, but not too bad. I think it's a pretty solid game on the Super Nintendo. Punch Out gets a lot of love, but there are other nice games on the system. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, the button sticking is killing me. Hmm. Whew. All right, I really rallied at the end there. Um, the facial violence. Um, oh, nice. Might have found a job. Awesome. That's awesome to hear. Um, Congratulations. Well, I mean that's good. That's a good thing to hear for sure. Definitely a positive. Uh, Definitely a positive thing. Yeah. And So if Eli was an owner, would be serious about it in the NFL. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Doom Bloomers? How's it going? Gotta be like Steve Ballmer and just buy a sports team as a retirement hobby. Yeah, some people do that. My dad used to work for the Chattanooga Lookouts. They're a minor league baseball team, and it was interesting to hear he would describe it as just like a business thing. It's not it's not like the owners are necessarily passionate about baseball. It's just a business. Some owners more than others, but like with the minor leagues, they would just own it for a while and then try to sell it for a profit, or maybe just to like get experience or something. But um, I don't know. I always assumed in my like, yeah, maybe Ballmer was a fan. I don't know. Um, but in my childhood mind, it's like you would be so lucky to be an owner, and you could, obviously you're looking out for the fans, and you want to try to get the best players, and it's just kind of like that's not really how it is. Um, I would say every individual owner has their own things that motivate them. Obviously, money going to be a big one always, but some people more than others want to make sure that the fans are having a good time or whatever. Yeah, Eli wants to keep that CFL alive. Yeah, I don't think there are any CFL video games, but there is like an arena football game or two on PS2. I played it one time, and I'm like, man, this is like Madden, but like 10 times slower. Like they could have made it. They could have found a way to make it more interesting for sure. Mm. Mm. Sometimes they just sometimes they just get in a groove, the computer, and they just make everything like your speed goes down. You know. Mm. Man, I feel like I got rocked that round. CFL games. Passion of and business when owning a sports team. Um, yeah, yeah. I feel like some to varying degrees. Some owners kind of like feel a connection to the city, and then some probably don't at all. Some maybe like resent the city or something. Toronto Bobcats. Yeah, I like the ring of it. Bobcats. I think of college teams. Um, Although I guess it's more Wildcats. But CFL games for Windows that came out years ago. Yeah, and then Madden had a monopoly basically for football games, so that probably edged him out. Rugby league for a hot minute. Never watched a CFL game. CFL football 99. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking about. Power Punch 2. Nice. Leftovers KO. Never played that. Power Punch 2. Is that like GameCube, PS2? That sounds familiar. I've been making lists of all those games. Hmm. Had to had to dial in for that one, but he gave me some openings. Um, ha. Ooh, close one. I thought maybe he was coming back. So in Ontario, Canada, they like the Bills, Giants, Jets, Bengals, and Packers. All right. It's a bunch of different divisions represented there. Um, the one that was supposed to be a sequel to Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Okay, that's why that's familiar. Yeah. I think they still reference Mike Tyson in that. Is that Super Nintendo? Am I tripping? I got my list. I got my spreadsheets of the games, so I've always got the knowledge. Or is that NES? Oh, so it's NES Power Punch 2. Interesting. Oh, and you rented Ready to Rumble back in the day. Yeah, I played it. I didn't play Ready to Rumble as much. I mean, it's a midway, so I definitely want to get back to it. I think my brother and I more played Knockout Kings. There's one of the Knockout Kings that we played, and I liked how the C buttons helped you do a combo. I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. Um, yeah, N64 and PS1 with the boxing games, like, seem like there's a lot of meat on the bone. Free weights. They're trying to get me some speed. I think that the sports drink is the way to go. Yeah, sports drink it is. All right, 4-0. Alan Smithy, you can keep climbing up the ranks. Oh yeah. Then Tyson went to prison. Only boxing game he played before is Ready to Rumble, boxing on 64, LodgeNet. It was like a 64 you could rent. Oh, interesting. You could rent at hotels. Yeah, Ready to Rumble. I definitely got to buy it at some point. I'm trying to get my hands on all these games. I mean, most of them are like $10 or less. It's like, let's go. Especially like the baseball, football, basketball ones are like $3 sometimes. I'm like, yikes. Yeah, I gotta get all these. I gotta play them. I gotta stream them. HBO Boxing on PS1. Interesting. I wrote that one down, but I never. Yeah, PS2 or PS1 has Knockout Kings 2001. A game just called Boxing. Contenders 2. HBO Boxing. Mike Tyson Boxing. Ready to Rumble Boxing, and Victory Boxing Challenger. So a lot of PS1, and there's just a ton of PS1 games. Like there's like 25 soccer games for PS1, like that you can play in the US. There's like 17 hockey games, 36 football, 38 basketball, 27 baseball, and that's not even getting to all like the racing and the extreme sports, winter sports, all that, Olympics. Knockout Kings 2001 for the win, man. I'm getting jacked up about that. I got to get my hands on that today. Oh, I do. I do own Knockout Kings 2001 for PS1, but I brought my PlayStation over to my friend's house to play it, but she was missing a cord or something because her TV's different. So I gotta get that back, and I gotta fire it up. Oh, you couldn't find Ready to Rumble? Gotta get on it. Sharky plays more traditional games. Oh yeah, yeah. We do a lot of the original consoles. Sometimes when like Sean will stream, he'll just play on emulator. But that's cool. They resemble the like it'll be a ROM of NHL '94 or a ROM of Tecmo. It's still it still keeps the spirit of it. And Sharky likes the motorsports like NASCAR, Automobilista 2. Not heard of that one. Tokyo Highway Battle. That sounds intense. Funky Head Boxers. I've never heard of that one. Tokyo Extreme Racer. That sounds a little more familiar. Oh, Tokyo. Okay. Hajime no Ippo. Wow, interesting. Yeah, once you get into all the like the Japanese title stuff, like eventually I'll try all those things out. I'm trying to get to the point where I've like tried all the like the one all the North American titles. There are just so many of them I haven't tried or and I gotta do it. Like I was making a list of my favorite games on the different consoles, favorite sports games on the different consoles, and like there's just so many that I haven't played. I'm like I can't really make a list if I you know if I haven't played them all. I can like looking at a video, I can kind of tell if it's gonna be trash or not. But especially with like I don't know, like 8 and 16-bit, a lot of times a game will have charm, like unexpected charm. Yeah, I guess you call that a hidden gem. But I don't know. Like I was playing Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City the other day, and like that game grew on me like a motherfucker. Like I was not expecting. Like I was, I was playing it for fun. Like yesterday, I'm like, man, I actually want to get good at this game because I'd played for a couple hours and I just wasn't good. I'd never played it before. But I'm like, man, I gotta. Next time I stream it, I want to kind of know what I'm doing. Man, he's rallying. Ah, yeah. Sometimes I'm just a little slow. I'm just gonna back. I'm just gonna. Sometimes I find a really good rhythm, and then other times the button stick it just feels a little slower. But it's nice when it feels nice. This guy throwing 50 more punches than me. He's got to be getting tired. But that was the first. I was thinking. I was playing the last guy. I forgot this was a new opponent. Hmm. Now he's got pep in his step, and I'm a little slower. Hmm. He hit on a major combo. I don't know how well you can hear that, but like it'll make this crunching sound, and you know. All right, second half of that went pretty good. All right. Extreme sports angle, MTV sports, snowboarding. Okay, that's a. Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down. I always say I'm gonna write these down and then I forget. I do like. I do low key really enjoy the snowboarding games on 64, uh, 1080 and Twisted Edge. I get them confused because it's the same concept, but I really enjoy. I need to go back to those at some point. I think I own Twisted Edge, but yeah, like snowboarding games, skateboarding games. Shoot, like you get some you get some Tony Hawk action going on, like 64 era PS1, and then the Dreamcast. Like it just makes so much sense to do like the skateboarding, the all that like. I already forgot the name. MTV Sports. No, MTV Sports. Yep. I gotta I gotta include those games in my lists, but my lists are so I will eventually down the line. I'm gonna include those games, uh, but yeah, like SSX. Like I bet it's um, you know, the what do you call it? Not biking, but like the motorsports and like all that. Like even back to Excite Bike on NES, it's like I don't know. It's just a concept that makes a lot of sense. I like the mixture of and even like Skate or Die NES, like that game will always. I played it the other day actually at a coffee shop while I was like waiting for the restroom. They have an NES hooked up. It's one of my favorite coffee shops in Chicago called Wormhole. I used to go there all the time to study, but they have like just an NES and a TV there, and like no one ever plays it except for me sometimes. So I put Skate or Die in Skate or Die 2, I think. There's like two of them. And I was like so trash at the game, but there's something just like so adorable about it, and like they're trying to be like '90s attitude, and it kind of works. And I can never figure out how to do you know, half the modes, but I wanna do it sometime. Even 720 on NES is like very limited as far as like concept. they actually they actually only have like 6 levels, and after you beat them, then they just repeat. It's like they call it level 7, but it's the same as level 1. It's hilarious. Uh, but they're still it's still cute. It makes sense. And then you have like the roller skating game for NES that I've like never played but looks cool. Man, I'm about to eat this guy's breakfast. His chest is for breakfasts, as Beyonce would say. But I'm nickel and diming him, but I think the next round is my round because man, then all that gray goes away. Ooh, sled storm, snowmobile. Okay, man, that sled storm. That sounds like a GI Joe character. I really like the snow guys. This, I mean, that's not what we're talking about, but there were a couple GI Joe characters that were like snow themed. There was Frostbite and there was Iceberg. I think Iceberg was the guy. He had a snowboard, like not the original guy. There was the original guy, and then there was like a reissues in the '90s called Battle Core, and in that one he had like a snowboard. I'm like, this is the coolest thing. This is like, GI Joe snowboards. Let's go. That's like okay. He feels a little spry, but he doesn't know that his chest is for breakfasts. Mmm. Oh, I wanted upstairs and they kept me downstairs. I just very lazily just gave him 3 right hooks. Oh, I just one more to the face. Um, Wade Hickston's Counter Punch. Not familiar with that one. What console is that on? Wade Hickston. Oh, I wanted the face. I want the face. I want the face. Oh, with the body and oh man, it's it's satisfying sometimes. You get like a cross to the belly and then an uppercut, and it's just like it's so simple, but it's satisfying. Like it's it's limited because it's 16-bit. You can't be 3D. You can't have all these wonky combos, but I don't know. It's it's fun. Might not be as fun when I play the harder guys, but I think the power was the way to go with the power build. Like that was smart. Um, SSX Wade Hickston 720 skateboarding. First video games on Game Boy Color. Didn't understand how to play it. Yeah, it's not like a very long game. It's kind of funny how like skateboarding, the evolution over the years. Because I think it for 720 and like Skate or Die, you just pressed one direction and then they would go, and then you'd have to like you know press left and they would turn or whatever. But it's like later it was more like you press A and he'll pump. You press another button, they'll jump. I don't know. It just they did what they could with such simple mechanics. Um, Game Boy, yeah, and I haven't even like Game Boy. I only played a couple games back in the day, so that's like a whole system I gotta get more familiar with. Um, I think I think the isotonic is the way to go. It's tempting to just like get all the power, just all the power, but I think balance is the way to go. Okay, now we got some legit challengers. Like this guy's got hella attributes, and then this guy, he's got like just as good attributes as me. But now we're getting some real opponents. It's tempting to dip down and like beat up on this guy, but we need to not be scared. We need to go for it and just need to be I need to be aggressive when I can be aggressive, and I need to be patient when I need to be patient. I like his I like his glove. Man, this guy's quick. Oh, I like how they scrap for a little bit after the bell. It's like, let's go. Okay, I got him by 42 punches. And I landed 37. Wait, yeah, 37 more percent. Psh. I bet he's gonna come out. I bet he's gonna come out swinging though. Saw Wade Hickston's counterpunch, the video game suggestion, but more comical. Interesting. I like a well placed humor in a game goes a long way. Like if a game knows its limitations and kind of leans into it, I think that's great. Good play, even though it's Game Boy Advance. Polaris snowmobile racing for N64. That sounds familiar. I think I've come across that. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, button sticking a little bit at the end there. I need to handle that better. The button sticking. Got 10 more punches, but I suppose that can be misleading because maybe more of his punches were like crosses or uppercuts. Uh, I'm trying to follow crosses with jabs at the belly. Ah, see, there's that speed he's got all of a sudden. Hmm. Dang. When the buttons stick, it looks like I just messed up, but it's like, no, I swear the button stuck. Mmm. Dang. Need left hook, body blow, right hook. Yep. Maybe that's the combo. Maybe that's the combo. I should start trying to experiment a little bit more with combos, but like it's so tempting to like stick with what they like. If they give me one body, oh yikes! Now I was landing these. Ah. Yeah, my guys slowed down at not a good time because I found a rhythm there. Let's go. Anyone that played a certain arcade boxing game will know where that came from. Oh, is that Mike? Is that Mike Tyson Punch Out? Is that like what your coach tells little Mac to do? All right, beat him by 43 punches, 32%. I was finding some success with like a left cross body blow, then a jab to the face. Hmm. Hmm. He's got no belly left. The two arcade punch outs. The announcer always calls out which punch you are doing. Uh, There's a barcade in town that has a punch out. Um, it looks a little confusing to me. But I don't know. I should give it another go. It yeah, because it seems so different than like the video games or the the console games. It's yeah, I like your style. I'm just it's like I gotta forget everything I know about boxing video games and then just enter it on its own accord. It's tempting to get all that power, but we probably gotta go punch and bag. Alright, 6-0. Oh man, that guy looks good. That guy looks even gooder. Too bad I can't jump up there. I think I already played that guy. Alright, we gotta go into the lion's den. This guy's got a lot of power. I gotta make sure he doesn't like get rolling with some uppercuts. Hmm. Yeah, this guy's he's like yeah. Mhm. Yeah. This guy's just good. He rocked my face. It's like once we get once we get to the guys that are like fast enough to like they duck down and they just and then they just do an uppercut, it's like okay, now this is just so much and they're throwing 165 punches. It's like this is it's like the guy has enough power that every time I block it like stuns me. Hmm. Yeah, those uppercuts, they're gonna kill me. Oh. Yeah, 4 uppercuts. That's not a good round. Like, I blocked his uppercut, but then I was stunned for like a year. Got rocking me. Rocking me. So he still got the points, even though I got more punches and more percent landed. You know, he got all those uppercuts. I'm gonna have to claw my way back into this one. Um, yeah. But I just gotta keep jabbing him, you know. It's tough though. It's faster, more powerful. Ah. Oh boy, I'm almost dead. I forget how to get up. I forget how to get up. Dang. Oh, he got me. Taking the first L, that's always tough. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I got to feel how that felt. Um, yeah. Oh, they still let me power up even with the loss. That's nice. um, SNES Super Punch Out based on the arcade games minus the dual screens. Interesting. GameCube version of Fight Night Round 2 has Little Mac. Okay. Alright, so who did we just play? Did he, there's this guy. Okay. We could play him again. I mean, I'm faster than him, but like, so there's only 4 guys I can play. This guy's ironically the best. That guy's got stamina, not as much speed. That looks juicy. Um, let's go after him again. EDC just seems way faster than me. Like, you know, maybe it's the HD lag, but like, yeah, now I'm slow. I had my little rush, but man. Almost got a cross. I just like I'm not even trying for crosses because he's just too fast. He's just too fast. Um, both got a 10. Okay, even though I got 13 more hits. One of the 51%. All right. One of the big things is I'm just like it's punishment time. Uh, one of the things I'm finding is I need to punch through his punches when we're crouched. Um, I don't like I don't like having punches blocked, so many punches blocked in a row because it slows me down. But like when then he rises to hit me high, then I just jab him, and I don't know, it's working okay. I had to. Oh man, he suckered me in. And all of a sudden I like can't do anything. But I mean, it's a real fracas. Like I'm just you're just like in the middle of it. There's nowhere to hide, and I gotta hope that these punches land. And if I lose some speed, I just gotta back out or try to live through it. Ah. He's so good at. He's so good at just like never giving himself up for the headshot. I'm not able to get crosses in at all, and it looks like that's could be my downfall this time around. Um, I don't know. I'm getting more punches off, better percent. Maybe that'll wear him out. He always comes out so fast, though. Hmm. it's not a fun feeling, like you got nowhere to go, you know. So I'm like circling the ring a little bit, but I'm landing more punches. I don't know. I feel like I gotta take risks and go for crosses or even an uppercut, but it's hard. But I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Those uppercuts are tough. Ah. I was trying to get a cross. Ooh, my belly's gone. But his is almost gone too. All right, I gotta find a way to not get hit with the uppercut, but also not take so many shots to the bell. Can't beat the champ this way. Well, I mean, I finally caught up as far as points goes. I mean, I gotta find a way to get across into his belly, or I guess I can just jab him to death. I don't know. Ah, yeah, I don't know what the buttons are. Oh man. Oh, that was intense. I got his belly flashing, but I thought I was getting close to knocking him out. Another big L. Gonna get our speed up. Challenge match. Okay. So now I'm guessing this is one where someone lower ranked than me fights me. I don't know what his attributes are though. Mash all the buttons in D-pad to get up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my stamina was super low. This guy, I feel like I'm kind of toying with him. I wanted to see how many big hits I could get in early. Um, so I don't know. I guess I'm not really scared of him. But yeah, man, they gave him 9 points. I was creaming him. 47. I landed 47 more and 30% more. They gave him 9 points. That's disrespectful. Oh, nice. Few more updates while I was getting knocked down. Yeah, that guy gave me the business twice in a row, but I don't know. I figured out a strategy, at least a way to try to fight through a player that's like a lot better than me, because I caught up. I mean, that round seemed to go super fast. Alright, now he only gets an 8. Yeah, I'm not really good at adapting to what the computer's doing. You know, it's like I got my strat. Got him there with the belly head. But I feel like this game makes enough sense that uh, I mean, you can get good enough to fight players that have better attributes than you. Like you can play smarter. You know, there's gonna be times where they, seem really tough and come at you fast, but then you gotta like, there's ways to. Yeah, like I can't handle the two belly jab, left cross situation. I'm intrigued at Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing now on Genesis to see if that's like, because I like this formula works for me. It's got to be the Mega Gym. All right, now the speed. The speed is what's so tough, and the power, because the power makes me like when I block it, I pause. You know, I got to reacclimate from the guy that I could just walk through. I like the gold gloves. Ah. Like when he gives me the head like that, I gotta be able to capitalize with the cross like that. Ah, man, three uppercuts in a row. That's not the way. Dang, thought I like was making some good headway. 10 to 10, pretty even. Trying to see how many you can get done tonight. Almost to 500. Wow, that's impressive. I was I was working on my story a little bit today. Not as much as I should have been, but chipping away. I'm getting more confident in, cause it's pretty random. Like it's a children's story, but it's kind of like a 12-year-old talking about a dream they had where like weird fantasy things happen. I'm trying to like just roll with it. You know, I just got to get a draft. Hmm. Hmm. Dang. Man, those two uppercuts at the end rocked me. Yeah, that did not feel like a good. Uh, that did not feel like a good round. What's up, Tongue Tied? What makes this game better than Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing? So I wasn't sure. Is Holyfield on Super Nintendo? Uh, I think it's only on Genesis and like game like Sega stuff. So I don't know if it's better. I think it's very similar. I haven't played Holyfield, but it's the same. They're going for the same thing: the horizontal fighting, the upgrade system, all of that. So I'd imagine it's comparable, but I do need to play Holyfield and see how that. Maybe it feels better. I don't know. I bet it's pretty good. But I just, I considered this a solid Super Nintendo boxing game because, like, people talk about Punch Out, but then they don't really talk about this one. And George Foreman KO boxing is like decent as well. That's like a vertical, attacking mechanism. So anyway, just giving this game some love, getting reacclimated to it. Haven't played it in many years, and wanted to see what it had going on for it. Oh, it's only on Sega. Okay, yeah. So it's just, I'd imagine some people just prefer Super Nintendo. Some people prefer Genesis. I'd imagine the preference plays a lot in it, but I would have to get my hands on it to really check. So Greatest Heavyweights only for Genesis. Interesting. I did play that one a little bit. That one seems really fun. Um, but yeah, yeah, Sharky, working on a story for my thesis. I got to get 6 of them done by December 1st, but you know, and I gotta have 3 drafts by October 1st, so I think we'll get there. But I just gotta keep chipping away. Some days more than others. Oh dear. Ah. Yeah, I feel like the difference in this fight is this guy's finding ways to get the uppercuts going. I just tried about 4 times in a row and I couldn't do it. Uh, so at the end there, the guy really went into protection mode, like turtle mode, and that's really tough because they'll just like feels like they read your inputs and they just like turtle up, and that can be frustrating. But at least that means I had him on the rope, so to speak. And we're okay. We've evened it up, 10-10. Back then, if people wanted sports, they turned to the Genesis, especially for EA. Yeah, yeah. Like Genesis had great games. Yeah. Sometimes there's a Super Nintendo counterpart that's as good. Sometimes like Jam Tournament Edition. I think it comes down to preference. They're both great games, but there are very distinct. They're good games for different reasons. Um, so yeah. Ah, he was open for a cross. Oh, he was like, dang. Ooh. Dang. Oh yeah. Ah. Oh, button sticking, not good. Ah. No turtle mode. And they attack so well out of turtle mode. Yeah, they just the turtle up, can't hit him, and then he just bounces out. But we're beating him, or at least we beat him that round. Um, Muhammad Ali boxing for 3DO. Madden games for 3DO. Interesting. Uh, the the Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City I played the other night. That's by EA. I guess it's not EA Sports, but it's just interesting. I don't come across a lot of stuff that EA does that's not like EA Sports. But anyway, ah, okay. Dang. Yeah, they're doing a good job of like turtling back and then coming out. But yeah, FIFA 94, 3DO, Sega CD as well. Yeah, I mean, I really like FIFA International Soccer on Super Nintendo. Never played it for Genesis, but definitely need to at some point because I would definitely be able to get a world record for that. Because I have the one in Super Nintendo. Um, Working on a short story right now, meaning to release a compilation of short stories you've done. Last one, horror, comedy, interesting. Yeah, I like the idea of writing horror. Like one of the story ideas I have is like a paranormal horror, but it's for like 12 to 16 year olds. So I'm like, how to make it scary, but like not adult scary. It's gonna be interesting challenge. Yeah, when you gotta have the characters, and then you can do the story. 3DO version as well, since it's 3D backgrounds. That sounds cool. I would have to get a 3DO. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, when he's turtling, I'm trying to. Ah. Oh dear. His red bar was so far down that I just felt like I had to be aggressive. Holy day. Now my belly's toast. But I don't know. We just gotta play smart. The jabs are working for the most part. Yeah. Phew. Alright, we'll see if he's got anything in the tank. Looks like he's getting up. Might be coming for my ass because my belly's tired. Phew. Had to protect the belly. Had to protect the bell. Yeah, I don't think he's got this one. 7 rounds. Wow. This guy challenged me. This guy challenged me. That guy was harder than I thought. I probably should have taken more serious from the get-go. Man, now the bros are like almost maxed out. Stamina, power. I'm faster than him though. That's nice. Stamina and power though. definitely kicked my booty at certain points, but it felt even. All right, they're giving me the point. I like that. This guy's got hella stamina. He's got hella stamina. I gotta keep. Landed 22 more. I gotta keep landing more than him. Hmm. Your inner Mike Tyson. Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be. Yeah. He's got the power, so if I block several hits in a row, it doesn't stun me, but it slows me down. Ah, when he when he gets that many crosses to the face, I'm like, I need to regroup. Mm. Sometimes if they miss an uppercut, sometimes I'm able to like counterattack right away. And other times, if I blocked it, not the two. Oh, gave me a couple uppercuts. He he might just out stamina me. He gave me a couple uppercuts and I backed away, and it's probably smart because my red meter went up, but he connected a couple more hits, so. Hmm. Man, I definitely got a nice 3 more updates. All right. I definitely got a piece of him on that one. My jab game was on him, but uh, I mean his endurance and power. It's tough. It's tough. Uh, yeah. I gotta protect the face, even though my belly is the one that's hurting now. Hmm. Dang. Oops. Oh. Yep. I don't know how to do that good. Dang. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that was a good fight. I don't know, these harder players. I can't really just jab them to death. You know. Um. You know, you gotta get crosses in. You gotta get some uppercuts in, because they're gonna get theirs, and if they are, you know, doing more damage, uh, ooh, uh, it's tough to see an open face and not be able to take advantage. Dang. I could just tell I was losing it. Losing the momentum, losing the swag. But felt like a good round overall. Riddick Bowe is waiting for me. He's like, it's like you're taking all these L's. Uh, yeah. I think if I break the top 10, I'll I'll call the stream and we'll do a part 2 another time. Um, man, I landed 32 more than him. Dang. When they get me with the 3 headshots, that's when I know they're feeling themselves. Dang. Yeah, sometimes I sense it in the air. I'm like he's just so fast right now. Fast and like when I block his punches, I'm too stunned. Like right there, I blocked his punches, but I was just like thrown back. Ah, dang, got that last uppercut on me. I mean, I definitely hit him more. 19 times. He's missing a lot. Hmm. Dang. Dang. He recovered from his missed uppercut so quick. I mean, I felt like that was a good round. I'm being. I'm trying not to swing crosses and miss. That just leaves me exposed, and I'm trying to back off when I feel like he's got some energy. He's got like a burst of speed. But I mean, I feel like I'm beating him. 23 more punches landed, 30 more percent. Dang. See, yeah. Hmm. Dang. Majik AI trick to take advantage of. I think I think if you like, I haven't played this game in 25 years. I think if you're more familiar with the game, you know what you want to do to try to set up the computer player to be exposed so you could take advantage of it, you know? It it's like a lot of sports games in that regard. Whereas I'm just kind of throwing punches and going on momentum and then trying to throw in like a cross, uh, you know? It's like I don't know how to take, uh, I don't know how to create an advantage really. Like, I mean, there he gave me an opening because he was taunting, and I whiffed, whiffed it. But you know, jeez. But he got an uppercut on me because he hit me low a couple times that I blocked, and then you know the spacing was perfect for him to uppercut me. And that's like something you gotta feel and set up, and I don't really know how to. I'm just going high low, and I kind of created caught an advantage, but whew, so I kind of had him on the run there. That was good. Definitely won that round. Um, but what do you call that? Like gamesmanship. I finishing him off when he's like, he goes into turtle mode. What is the best way to exploit that? I don't know. Like there's probably a way to exploit, like I really just need an uppercut to finish him off, but I don't know the best way to make that happen. So I'm just jabbing, jab right, jab left. Yeah. Was able to find a way to get a uppercut in there, and that's like the most effective way to knock him down. Um, so yeah, stuff like that. No magic AI. Just knowing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like even though this game isn't completely pattern based like Mike Tyson games, or at least the Punch Out games, like it's still there's still ways you can try to create an advantage and ways that you can counter to exploit. Um, sometimes I'm able to do that on instinct, but like there is like a little bit of depth there. Like I am just kind of bashing buttons, but um, all right, finally the exercise bike for the stamina, for the cardio. We can go all the way to Power Town. We can get the zipping. We can be zipping like Pippin. I think it's time to go to Power Town. All right, maybe a couple more matches. If we can beat this guy, and then after that crack the top 10, that will be it for the night. And then top 10 to Bow will be the next video I do with this game. Um, so yeah, that last win felt good. Like that guy was pretty good, but this guy's gonna be really good. Like he's going up, down, touch the ground when he's in the mood for food, like Winnie the Pooh. Like, oh, I can't be losing those uppercuts. Like I can take some body shots. Ooh. Man, 6 uppercuts. Ah. 7 uppercuts. That's see 8 uppercuts. That's the computer knowing what they want to do, how to counter me. And here I am just trying to nickel and dime them with jabs. A big part of the strategy of the game is how to absorb a jab. Like take the jab. Ah. Take the jab, but then be ready to to cross. Trading jabs for crosses. Yeah, that was a competitive round. Like those 8 uppercuts, man. I gotta not can't be exposed like that. Take the jab, absolutely. Yeah, take the jab. Get vaccinated. Um, I think I have like old habits from one guy the guy that I learned to like just push through the belly. Like the guy that was faster and more powerful than me, I had to just stay low and just keep punching at his belly. But with these good guys, I gotta find a way to minimize the uppercuts. Because that's the name of the game. You don't have to be as efficient. Well, I guess it is efficient. Uppercuts are efficient. You don't have to land as many hits as the other guy. You don't have to have as much of a percentage as the other guy. You have to be more efficient as far as like pound for pound hits. Like I just hit him 8 times with jabs, but he got me with those 8 cross or those 2 uppercuts. But now his power is getting low. Yeah. Stick and move, stick and move. Yeah, definitely trying to stick him. I'm just deciding I'm gonna give him some belly, but I don't want him to uppercut me. I don't like it. I don't like it. And so this was a better round because landed 32 more punches and a fewer of his punches were uppercuts. So I was ready for the uppercut that time. I'm like, I know what you want to do. I would know it. Well, you got one there. Yeah. Uh, man. I was feeling myself. I went for the cross. There we go. Alright. A couple jabs to the face and a cross down below. Okay. Now it's a little bit of turtle mode action. Little turtles in a half shell. Oh, give me that face. Hmm. Dang. Yeah, he turtled up and yeah. I gotta get better at efficiently. Like when it's in turtle mode, he should be screwed. But okay, making him block his face and then hitting him in the tum tum is what's working. Yeah, always ignore the counting rule. Not like uh not like wrestling though. That's like I've become more to appreciate pro wrestling more, hanging out with like the retro sports gamer guys. But that's something that as a kid it always like I'm like they're not even trying to be realistic with the counts. I didn't understand that it was all about theater and athleticism, but it was about story and theater and narrative. I thought I was already in Power Town. What the heck? It's tempting to just get juiced. Just juiced with the speed. I thought we already had full power. Alright, we're going to try to crack the top 10. If I do, this will be the last one of the night. So we shall see. Man, this guy looks so good. And they're just maxed up as you go to the top. Bowe is going to be ridiculous. As he should be. As he should be. Alright, let's try to get to the top 10. This guy looks gnarly as heck. Gnarly as heck. Hmm. What's up, Judah? No sound. Oh man. Yeah, I don't. Let me check the chords because uh earlier we were getting some sound. I thought. Hopefully I don't biff anything up. Oh, the volume was low. Now there's no signal. Did I just mess everything up? Oh dear. Dang it. I saw what wasn't plugged in, but now it's not. I'm gonna plug it back in. Dang. Technical difficulties. I'm gonna turn it. It should have saved, so I'm gonna turn the system off and see where we're at. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Yep, I don't think it's going to pick up this signal. Unfortunately, I gotta stop the stream, but I'm gonna start it again, and we're gonna try to get through this last fight. I don't want to end it on this note, so hopefully I'll see y'all just in a little bit.